Hey there, Canadian drone fans. It's Rich G here for another episode of Canadian Drone Pilot. I'm just reminding you that if you're liking the content on this and the variety, then please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so that you can be catching every episode. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the DJI Mavic Mini charging hub. Now, what comes in this kit, it's pretty sparse. Apart from the Mavic Mini, which doesn't come with it, you get the top cover, you get the base, you get a micro USB cable. Now, I don't know why DJI insists on using micro USB cables as opposed to maybe a more standardized USB-C, but it is what it is. I've got another one here attached that's a bit longer, just because I like that. On the back, and I'm going to zoom the camera in a bit here so that you can see this. There we go. On the back, you can see this is where your micro USB cable plugs into, and of course it doesn't come with a power supply, but that plugs into the back to power the unit. So just to be clear, this does not come with an adapter, a power adapter. I'll even get this little tiny, if I can pull this out, and it's pretty small, so I'm going to try to bring this within camera here. It's magnetic, these two pieces apart, and there's one here which is magnetic, and what it does is, so as you can see, it's got some really tiny connections there, and what you do is you take this other piece here and you basically join these together. They're magnetic, and then on the base of your charging hub, here we go, you can see that you have a connection point right there. So really, you can almost feel it. It just grabs right in there and it just pops right in. So you can see where that sits. And essentially what happens is to make sure that you have a battery inside your drone. But as you know, in the back of your drone, you have the charge port and the micro SD card. Is you take this piece and you plug it into the back of your Mavic Mini. Of course, it only goes in one way. So as you can see, I'll bring that into the camera. All right, that's plugged in. You know, there's a certain orientation to the way that's got to go in. And then you just simply take this and set it on the base. And if it needs charging, the base will glow like it is right now. And then you can just take this cover, nice dust cover, and put it on top. I think it's pretty cool. The only other thing that comes with this is a user guide. There's a button on the back that I showed you that you can press, and that'll disable the light. And then if you press that button again, it'll turn on the light. Now, here's something interesting that not a lot of folks have shared, and I'm going to turn this around and hopefully bring this within camera. Hopefully you can see that. But do you see the lights? That's at the back of your Mini, and as you can see, it's charging. Okay, it's slowly showing you its state of charge. While it's doing that, this will continue to glow. Right, now what happens if I press this button? Will it continue to charge, or will it turn off the charging base? Let's find out. Okay, the light's off, but it's still charging. Look at that. So the charging ring does two things. Number one, for aesthetics, it illuminates your drone while it's in the case. And the second thing it does is pulse. So it'll stay on constantly if it's fully charged, and it'll pulse while it's charging, which gives you a very clear indication that it's working. As well as if you look at the back of the Mini, you can see that the lights are showing that it's obviously charging. So, you know, the question lies, is this necessary? With me always being the practical kind of guy, I think it's really cool to have. It's a nice to have item. I'll put a link in the description below. You can get this from DJI directly, or you can get this from Amazon. And you just have the one battery to charge. Just set it on the base thing, let it charge. And when you're done, you can either choose to put the Mavic in its case. So the review of the DJI Mavic Mini Charging Hub. Personally, I think it's cool. And it could be if you don't have the Fly More Combo Kit and you don't want to have to plug the drone in with the micro USB cable all the time, worrying about the orientation, you could leave this in the back of the drone. I would take off the magnetic piece and then go fly. And then when you need it charged, You can just pop that magnetic piece back on, drop this on top of your charging hub, and you're ready to go. Well, that's it for another edition of Canadian Drone Pilot. If you like this video and you like the content, please hit the notification button down below, I think, and the subscribe button so that you don't miss another episode. Feel free to throw any questions or thoughts that you may have in the comments below. As always, fly safe, fly smart, take care, and we'll catch you again on the next episode of Canadian Drone Pilot.